So guys, as a trader, as a beginner trader, when you start out market, you're very ignoring. So the only thing in your mind is to for you to make profits, and that's what we all try away from the profits, the flashy lifestyle that a lot of traders show us online, uh, the influential traders, I would say, it's IAS, So, what guys are back guys? My name is Alma Weka, a trader documenting his journey to become a successful trader, By that being said, so let me get you guys in the video of my journey, in the early days of my journey. So, the mistake number one is guys, never journaling, guys. So I never used to journal, if I lose, I lose, I don't know, not even, was not even like bothered to be looking in my journal or to figure out to say, okay, won this one or win never happened again. But how did I end up getting that win, or end up getting that loss journal, So as a beginner, always try to journal. But it is a very so I never used to count my losses, Either way it goes, from a loss you need to learn, from a win you need to learn. And one thing people forget or ignore about the journey, it is like not journaling, and not journaling, like guys, imagine you win two trades, did something on the market, and like you won't even and you analyze the market, to say, and you saw the trend line is, when you put the trend line in a particular way, you saw, okay, three touches and it went up in my direction that I was predicting it. So without you now doing it in your journal, you know there are high chances of you forgetting what you did. Yeah, because like about like we feel a lot of stuff, in our daily life, and you might end up forgetting what you did in the market, and you have not noted it down, to say, okay, let me go back to my journal and see. Last week I had a trade on this market, but at the end of the day, for instance, what I do on gold would most likely affect market, or the volatility market. The market only the market moves in the same direction. All the markets do consolidate, uptrend, downtrend, That's what all the markets do, So what you do in this market today, you might find it on a different pair tomorrow, So always try to journal, That's one of the mistakes I did, and it costed me a long run of my journey, But at the end of the day, we learn each and every day, And every year you learn, okay, last year I did this, and this year I won't do it, So that's the importance of it. Way it goes, you learn from it, and I did learn also from it. And if you're a beginner, do make sure the journal, that's the first thing to do before funding your account. So, costly mistake number two is going against the trend, or ignoring something that I see, and like ignoring it, ignoring the trade to say, okay, if the market is selling, I buy, I saw the buy on a traders on big traders want to say, okay, I buy it is buying, but he's selling, So okay, and then I say, okay, but I'm seeing buy, but he is selling, so maybe that trade was taken a few days. I don't know. The trade might have been taken a week ago, because nowadays people only show you what they want you to see, and what you should see comes at a cost, It's either you have to buy the course or pay for some sort of signals or, you know, always trust yourself, have confidence in yourself, you know. So, as you all might know, most of you all might know that I've been trading synthetics for the longest of time, And when I used to trade synthetics, I used to trade with them with um, moving averages, indicators, and it's not wrong, to say trading is but anything and everything makes money, but most of the indicators and stuff don't really work on the currency market. And I've only been trading currency market for the past 2 months now, consistent. I've learned a lot. I've been learning that the currency market respects price action more than anything, And yeah, in the market, and someone will come and say, okay, that's not respect smart money. In trading journey, in this trading industry, that I would say each and every strategy, if each and every single strategy works in this journey, in this industry, and everyone has his own unique strategy. I might teach someone my price action strategy, and they will still go on and go tweak it to their preference and, and to his or her taste, And our unique strategies. Whether you're trading smart money, whether you're trading price action, technical fundamentals, each and every single it works, But I prefer for myself personally, I feel trading supply and demand, support and resistance with a mix of like um, trend lines, So that, guys, you need to have confidence in yourself. Each and every business strategy makes money. And just because somebody is posting on social media and you are seeing a sell, trust in yourself, man. Trust in yourself. Believe me. In the long run, you will see what I said. Trust in yourself, trust in your setup, man. You learn for future. So don't just so it's a costly it's out of the window, There's nothing we can do to help you unless you help yourself, or anyone, even me, being overconfidence without proper risk management, So I used to like when I used to see a setup, I used to go all in without knowing or forgetting that, and I would say, okay, this is a buy, and we always hear the narrative say it's okay, no risk, no reward, but you need to have risk in order to get good reward, And people nowadays say there is no Ferrari. How can you buy a Ferrari with a 10 years Lycan? How can you buy a Ferrari with a 50 years Lycan? Even if it moves like Lycan, or 50 or 100 years Lycan, unless some sort of a holy grail, you won't be able to make significant profits, or you won't be able to make profits in the long run. There's a chance like average of full margin taking you out, and to 3 or 4 steps, because like how often would you win by over leveraging, full margin trading. So my advice to anyone, would be trade proper risk management. And even if you miss a setup, just know that there's thousands and thousands more setups coming in the future, and don't beat yourself up because of a setup that you missed it. It's part of the game. But at the end of the day, don't be overconfident. At the end of the day, trade, but trade with ease, and don't put pressure on yourself, and don't put pressure also on the trade. Believe in yourself, but don't be that much anything, because like overconfidence would be a disaster to a good trade, because as I said, race plays a major role in your trading journey, and that's not the last setup you should take in this journey. You all know trading is something that happens that's been here for hundreds and hundreds of years, and that would still be hundreds and hundreds of years down the line. Imagine just because of that one setup, you want to now go all in, which is quite useless, because it doesn't matter how much you have, but what matters is how much in the game, how long you go without funding your trading account. So always use proper risk management and be confident, but don't be overconfident in yourself. So the costly mistake number five, guys. Yo, this one, guys. This one, guys. So, guys, I like when trading, man. When trading, just need to be patient. Patience, journey, and like trading patience has costed me a lot, man. Just to think about it, being impatient costed me a lot, pain, and like right now, the stage I'm at, being, I'm practicing patience, in my day-to-day life, and it's working now, man. Me losing past 3 4 years due to impatience, and that's what the journey is all about, self-discovery. And even though I say it right now, you might only realize, oh, I've been patient too, but it's not something that will happen overnight. It's something you need to practice day in and day out in your personal life, because at the end of the day, your personal character is in your trading account, So I would advise you to be patient, but yet again, try to be patient with set out small goals, and be patient, man. When taking them. Don't rush. Be patient. Have patience. You know deep down. Get it out. Get it. But let me just have late gratification. Have that patience where one day is one day. I'll be able to go from point A to point B and point B to point A, like Z. So you can't skip the process. You need to feel the process throughout the journey, and you need just to embrace each and every single step, with love, with like enjoy the process, man. Because like 3 4 5 years down the line from now, you would go, if I would have just been patient, because deep down yourself, you believe in yourself and you know it would happen, So be patient, man. Don't be rushed by external stuff, like things that you would be able to go get one day. We all have our each and every single person has his own way that he would go make it out in the journey. And don't be inspired by someone else, and just be inspired, man. Being inspired, it's not wrong. It's not something wrong, man. We all look up to traders, whether it's he's younger than you or you are older than him. We all look up to traders. So be patient, man. Your time is coming, and when your time is coming, man, even baskets will hold water for you. So the mistake now, that mistake now, it's me being inconsistent, with trading, and not with trading only, but with a lot of stuff in my journey, or not in my journey, but in my life, So I decided, okay, consistency is key in anything, and consistency outside of trading reflects back in your trading. If I'm consistently trading, that means I'm doing something outside my life that I'm doing consistently on a daily basis, So, like, I feel like being consistent, costed me a lot in my early days, and it delayed me many, many years, but it's not wrong, That's something that I'm really grateful of, to say I've learned a lot from that being consistency, yeah, being showed me a lot, just to say, okay, if I would have winded back early, back then, I would have not see A and this, but due to it being slower, me being on a slower pace does not mean I will make it, man. I will make it, even if I am consistent, consistent, because I don't comes down to a point whereby you just need to be real with yourself, If you keep on showing up, things will get better, because at the end of the day, things get worse before they get better. And keep stopping or being consistent when things are worse, that's the time I need to come back to the market, man. That's the time you need to come back to the market and be more consistent. Why did the blow second, And those sleepless nights that you consistently come and show up for, even if the things are not showing or going well, will at the end of the day reward you, They will reward you. Because like it costed me a lot to say, okay, when I started trading a real account, I started to feel like, no man. Now, man, you guys, I'm getting a month and So now that I'm getting paid, I'm just funding one. One, for instance, on the 1st of July, I will only be able to go fund at the 1st of August, So that's how now during these 20 or 29 plus, sorry, 29 to 30 days, it depends on the month being having 31 days or 30 days. So it would like imagine the days I'm missing out on trading opportunities that I would have learned from, even if I was trading a demo, So trading a demo is not a bad thing. That's a good thing, Even if you're while trading a demo, you are being consistent, You are being consistent and you are not missing out on anything, You are learning each and every single day. By the time you go get your money or your salary or your allowance and to go fund your trading account, you have like learned a lot, After 30 days, 29 days, 28 days, imagine the gap you are missing out, during this time, You would have had a demonstration account, which is a demo, and you would have traded on it, and you would have learned a lot during that 29 days practicing, like being ready to fund your trading account. And by the time you get your salary or your allowance, as I said, you would have been 4 or 5 in the journey. So that's one thing I regret not. I really regret not being consistent in my early days. But as I said, everything, every single thing, would and will and teach us something, it's a lesson that we take on throughout our life, throughout this journey, not only in trading, but and we learn from it, So, by that being said, guys, always be consistent, always be consistent in anything you do, and do make sure to learn from our mistakes, and don't do something that I did, in my early days that costed me time, learn from my mistakes as a trader too. So thank you very much for watching my video, guys. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers. Please do make sure to and trade with the biggest and the best, bro.